Oh, get this right, Marlene. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, I am going to be sharing why I gained so much weight and some tips and tricks that I have learned along the way to be able to shed 80 pounds at 64. And of course, I have to start out with my disclaimer that I am not a doctor or a dietitian or a nutritionist or anything like that. I am not here to give you advice. I am here to just share what has worked for me, what hasn't worked for me. Please check with your doctor whenever you start any weight loss program. During the past, I would say the past year and a half or 2 years, I have been high anxiety, very stressed out, and I was very unhappy. I think that even though I love to eat fruits and vegetables and healthy eating, basically, I just turned to eating lots of things that just added the pounds. For example, I would sit down and have a bag of chocolates, whatever I could get my hands on. It didn't matter if it was chocolate covered caramels, if it was bags of M&Ms. If you are a shopper at Sam's, for example, you know they have those great big tubs of M&Ms. I would sit there watching videos and just popping in M&Ms. I could eat a whole carton of ice cream. And of course, instead of having 1 or 2 slices of pizza once a week or once every 2 weeks, I would eat 4 or 5 slices 3 times a week. I would drink a lot of wine. And when I say a lot of wine, what I'm talking about is 2 or 3 glasses with dinner, maybe another glass after dinner. And this was every single day. And alcohol adds to the weight. I think that was really basically what contributed to my gaining weight. Also, not moving. I wouldn't move. I'd just be sitting here in my beauty room, editing, recording, and I would only get up from this chair when I had to go downstairs to get something to eat. I would sit here editing, and I would have a big bag of like trail mix and with lots of nuts and chocolates and all of that. And I would never went out for a walk ever. I had no exercise. I would go to Pilates once in a while and then not go for months on end. I think that all of that and the time that I would spend in Kansas, those 6 months, I would just be in my makeup room or my beauty room, and I wouldn't get up from there. I wouldn't leave the house for days and days on end. So that really is what contributed so much to my weight gain. For years, I was a size 6. I weighed 130, 135 pounds at the most, and I was fine. I didn't drink the wine. I didn't sit and have tubs of chocolate or tubs of ice cream. And I was able to maintain my weight even though I have never been into exercise. That is just not my thing. When I got on that scale in August of 2021 and I saw 235 pounds, it just hit me not only how heavy I was for my 5'4" frame, but how horrible I felt. My knees hurt, my joints hurt. I wasn't sleeping. I would sleep maybe 2 or 3 hours every night, and sometimes not even that. I could be up working on the Wig Studio One Wig and Topper support group page. I would work there till 1 o'clock in the morning, approving posts, answering comments, and then I would turn around and I would be back on there at 5 in the morning, sitting in the chair, not moving. And it just hit me. I have to do something because I wasn't feeling well. I wasn't, to my eyes, it didn't look like myself. When one of my friends from the Wig Studio One group suggested, Eileen, you probably, if you follow me on my wig channel, You are probably familiar with Eileen, the crazy wig lady. I told her, I am just so heavy. I don't know what I'm going to do. And she suggested Weight Watchers. And I thought, okay, I haven't done Weight Watchers in, I don't know, 30 years probably. And I have lost some weight. And she said, there's the app and it's really easy. You don't have to go to meetings or anything. I didn't want to leave the house. And, I was at a size 22. And I just, more than anything, more than what the reflection that I got back in the mirror, I think the biggest thing was how horrible I just felt. And the worse I felt, the more I ate. And I thought, okay, maybe I could do this. And I joined Weight Watchers. It was the blue plan when I first started, and I saw all of these foods that had 0 points that I really enjoyed. I love to eat vegetables. I love salads. I don't like to eat red meat. At that time, I could have a steak, an 8-ounce steak, 2 or 3 times a week. And I thought, this is not really what I like. I'm eating it because that's what's available here. And I thought, that's not going to work. So I changed my eating habits. I made a point of checking all the labels, of scanning foods, and then narrowing it down to the foods with the least amount of points. I started out just incorporating a lot of the 0 point foods. I gave up the red meat. I did that for myself, not because you have to eliminate red meat on Weight Watchers. That is totally optional what you eat. When I returned back to Florida, I loaded up my freezer and my refrigerator with fresh seafoods, chicken, and a lot of high fiber, low calorie foods. So that's what I started out with, and at that time, following the blue plan, it helped me drop a lot of weight. Well, what happens when you drop a lot of weight? Sometimes you just hit a plateau, and I hit plateaus when I was at about 170 pounds or 175 pounds. I hit that plateau, and I just wouldn't budge from there. So that's when I took up walking, and I thought, okay, this is easy. It's not going to cost me anything, and I could start out with baby steps. And that's right around the time that I got Phoenix. So I had to go out and walk. I would walk to the corner, walk to the other corner, let him do his business, and then I slowly started increasing it, walking around the block, walking a little further, till now I do 12,000 steps a day. Some days I'm able to do 15,000, some days I only do 9,000. But I try to be as consistent as I can. I do go out every single day, and I don't do it all in one trip. I do it little bits throughout the day, because I can't go out and walk 15,000 steps in one shot. So that little bit, walking in the morning 10 minutes, then walking another 10 minutes, walking 30 minutes later, that has been a big game changer for me. Also, when I hit that plateau, I thought, okay, what can I do different? What can I change to help me get out of this plateau? And one of the things that I had read about was intermittent fasting. Monica from Monica's Beauty and Lifestyle is a good friend of mine. She has spoken lots about intermittent fasting, and I thought, okay, I'm going to try this. So I started out with a very short window of fasting of maybe 10 hours, which is very easy to do when you sleep. And if you sleep the whole night through, there's your 7 hours, and wait an extra 3 hours before you have your first food item. So I incorporated that, and I started noticing little changes. Then I thought, what else can I do? What else can I incorporate? And the first thing was lowering sugar, lowering carbs. Now, this, again, not a requirement on Weight Watchers, but I thought, I know me and I know what foods trigger me. So let me see how I could lower this. So I started purchasing foods that were high in fiber and low in carbs. And I lowered anything with sugar. I just got rid of anything that had a high sugar content. When now I'm doing about 15 hours of the intermittent fasting. I haven't gotten to 20 hours yet, but I am doing a 15 hours where I don't eat anything. And the first thing that I do in the morning is have, because I've been fasting for all this time, the first thing I do before I drink coffee or anything, I'll have a bottle of water with about 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. I know other vinegars work about the same, but the apple cider vinegar is what has the best results. So I have a bottle of water with a bit of apple cider vinegar, and I'm doing that before each of my meals, the 3 meals a day, before each one of them. And it's an acquired taste. It took me a little while, but I think it has helped to not only for my weight loss, but it has helped with the bloating. It has helped with the belly fat. I think it has been a great contributor to me being able to get off that plateau and continue with my weight loss. Also, when I break the fast, I don't have anything that is high in sugar. I was having my protein shakes in the morning sometimes for breakfast. Well, I've eliminated that, and now I do my smoothies. I'll do them maybe for lunch. The one where I add the almond milk and I add the protein powder. All of that, I have that in the afternoon. For breakfast, anything that has high fiber and has low carbs, that will be in my breakfast. Now, I have never been a pancakes or French toast person, donuts. I've never been one to like any of that. This, again, was easy for me to say, okay, it's 10 o'clock or it's 11 o'clock. I'm going to make myself some scrambled eggs. I add spinach. I add spinach. I add mushrooms to it. Any vegetables that are non-starchy, I will add to my breakfast burrito, if you will. I've been using the Kraft fat-free cheddar. Great taste, melts. And it has 0 points for about 2 tablespoons, which is really all I need in my burrito. Then for lunch, I'll have my smoothie. I think all of this they're contributing to me breaking that plateau and being able to shed these 80 pounds. The walking has helped with anxiety. It has helped with stress. I don't remember the last time that I was able to sleep for 7 hours through. 7, 8 hours straight through. Maybe I get up once in the middle of the night to use the restroom, and I go right back to sleep. My opinion, and that's all it is because I'm not a doctor, is that is a result, it has a direct correlation to all the walking that I'm doing. I am dead tired at 9:30. I go to bed and I fall fast asleep, and I don't open up my eyes until 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. That has been totally unheard of for me. And as I mentioned, I may get up once or twice in the middle of the night to use the restroom, but I'm drinking 120 ounces of water a day. And it's not just plain water. I'll have, like right now, I'm having the sparkling ice. I have the water with the vinegar, and all of that adds up. I am really seeing, I was able to break that plateau and start with my weight loss. Right now, I am shedding about a pound and a half a week at minimum, 2.5 pounds at max, but that's not the norm. That is not usually what I shed. It's usually 1.5 pounds. I am really happy with the results. The WW app, the Weight Watchers app, just helps me keep myself accountable. And I've seen some comments saying, yeah, but you're giving up the foods that you love. No, I'm not. I'm really not. When you're on Weight Watchers, you have points that are added to your weekly. So on my weigh-in day, that day I go into those weekly points. It could be like 50 points plus the 22 that I have for the day. And I won't have them all, but I'll go and I'll have pizza. I have pasta. If I would eat meat, I would go and have a steak and potatoes and whatever, but I don't eat it every day. I don't deprive myself from foods that I love. I do go and have ice cream. I don't buy it. I don't want to have it in my freezer because then I'm going to want to eat it. But I'll go out to Ben and Jerry's or one of the local ice cream place, and I will have a banana split. But it's not every day. I do that once a week, and I just treat myself with, if I want to go out with some friends for lunch, I'll go and I'll eat whatever I want. It doesn't matter what it is, and I have the points to do it, and then I just get back on track on the next day. You don't have to give up your potatoes. You don't have to give up any starchy, you don't have to give up pasta. You don't have to give up anything. It's all a matter of moderation and not having it every single day. I think that is the most important thing that I have learned so far. So I didn't think it was possible that at my age, at 64, 65 is right around the corner for me to have shed 80 pounds. I'm hoping that some of the things that I do have help you and encourage you if you are having joint pain. I don't have any more joint pains. My knees don't hurt. I don't take any medication. I don't take medication for high blood pressure. I don't take medication for anything at all. All I do is I do take the apple cider vinegar goalies. That's what I do. I take one of those a day. That's it. That's all. I don't take any medications at all. I'm very thankful for that. But I was last year in, I think it was like June or July, right around this time, I was going to physical therapy 3 or 4 times a week for my knee pain, and that's gone. My knees don't hurt, and they don't hurt. Perhaps because of the walking, perhaps because of the foods that I'm eating. I'm trying to eat a little bit healthier without totally giving up or depriving myself of foods that I love. So hopefully this will be helpful to you if you are looking to shed some weight, or if you're just looking for a way to help you feel a little bit better. That's really my goal here. If I could encourage you, if I could maybe inspire you to maybe make some changes that will help you feel better, because I think that's the bottom line, helping you feel better about yourself or how you feel. It's really not that difficult. It's just a matter of getting started. I know, because I was there. I know I was that unhappy, miserable, anxious, stressed out person. And little by little, I have been able to change that, which is why now I'm able to put up at least a video or 2 on this channel every week, because I'm motivated. And I feel, well, if I can do it, there are lots of other ladies that can certainly do this as well. So hopefully this video has been helpful. I hope I have motivated you in some way. Whatever it is, let me know down in the comments what your feelings are. Let me know what you do to stay motivated. I would love to hear from you. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. And don't forget, ladies, follow your passion, whatever it may be. I'll see you next time. Bye.